Hello, my name is Danica Wu, and today I'll be presenting my observation of competency match analysis for my CSA National Youth License. Um, a little bit about the team that you'll be seeing clips on. It's my ESA FC '08 girls team. We are a pretty new team. Um, we are just starting our PDP and we'll be playing in the AYSL this summer. I've had these girls since September of last year. We had just finished assessments last week and have 18 on our roster, and we're really looking forward to the season to come. Um, a little bit about myself. This is my first official class setting. I've been coaching for a while now, but I went the professional route and played in Germany from 2014 to 2020 before coming home due to COVID. And yeah, just coaching and working now out of Edmonton. And today's assignment is just basically we're supposed to ID a soccer problem, align it to our game model. And so please bear with me as we go through some clips of my team's games and link it to my game model and see if there's any solutions um, or suggestions that I can give for my girls if they are ever in a similar scenario again. So a little bit of my style of play that I would like my teams to kind of follow. I want to play dynamic, intelligent football. A lot of the girls on my team are new, and for a few of them, it is their first time playing club. So establishing a strong technical foundation will be really important. In attacking transition, I want us to play with speed and be creative to get in behind. Out of possession, I want to be determined, tenacious and aggressive to win the ball back as quickly as possible, as high up the pitch as possible. We press as a team and are compact on defense, pushing the opponent outside and not allowing the switch. So our attacking organization allows us to stay connected, keep possession, and always look to go to goal. Moments of the game, obviously, defensive organization, attacking organization, attacking transition, and a defensive transition. Today, I'd like to focus on our attacking transition and attacking organization. Just some key principles that I'd like my girls to kind of be conscious of. I want us to support the ball and support our teammates, keep possession, have good movement on and off the ball, be creative, communicate, stretch the pitch, and use them as much of it as possible, and have penetrating runs and passes. How can we create dangerous chances to score? So in attacking transition, obviously there's, defending, secure the ball, organize, and then counter. And then for attacking organization, we have our phase 1 build up, phase 2 progression, phase 3 create, and phase 4 finish. I'll kind of just run through these as I'm going through the clips and kind of pinpoint when it breaks down for us and what we can do to improve for next time. So my first clip here, I'll just kind of run through it. Nobody really has possession right now. We haven't really settled the ball. Right now, we're just in attacking transition as we look to win it. And so we have in zone 3, we have a quick little passing triangle going on here where we're able to play out of trouble and play forward, which is something that I'm looking for my girls to do. And so far, we got out of pressure. Our wide midfielder is able to turn and play inside, and this is where the breakdown happens. We were not able to get past phase 3 of our attacking organization and penetrate or go to goal. So, question is why? Just a little static of what we just saw here. We had one possession here and played it out and around. So great work to win the ball. We settled it, played quick. We had support once we won it. We had looked to play forward immediately and attempted to get in behind. So who we're focusing on here would be our fullback, wide midfielder, attacking mid, but mostly our strikers. So Our striker has a couple options. Obviously, I'd love her to be a little bit higher up on the pitch, but instead of playing a first time ball back out again, can she take a touch? And I mean, first option, take on the defender one on one. The defender is isolated right now, doesn't really have support in behind. Can she beat her and go to goal? Option two, or whatever you want to call it, she still takes a touch, and our wide midfielder makes a run in behind. Can she play a straighter ball closer to goal or towards goal so that our wide midfielder can run onto it and take on the goalkeeper, rather than getting the ball out wide? So both options require her to take a touch and be higher. It gives us time to get up the pitch to support her and give her options. If you can see on the far side, this wide midfielder isn't as engaged. If she is higher, then at least she can give an option, or engage this defender to make a decision to either drop and support to double or stay out wide, in which case one player of our team can find a way in behind. So moving on to clip 2. Here we are from a free kick where we play out, which is good. We still have possession. Our fullback plays out to our wide midfielder, who kept width for us. We have good supporting options from our center midfield, who she is able to eventually play into. Our center mids are close enough to combine with each other, and great work by our attacking midfielder to take her player on one-on-one to find space in behind for a wide midfielder to get on it and try to cross the ball into the box. So we were able to build out from zone 2 to then get a cross in zone 4. So little things just to kind of look for. Can our center, or can our wide midfielder take a touch inside instead of killing the ball here? She was able to weather the first tackle and play the ball out, but it would make her life a lot easier if she took a touch inside and moved with it. She would have already beat her player. She could have played inside here. She could have played wide, switched the ball. It just gives her a lot more options. But right now you can't. She doesn't see the opponent and does not take a very progressive first touch. Another kind of scenario that you would want to look at is our attacking midfield. It was great that she was able to eventually get the ball through, but she had already beaten her player the first time. If she kind of got her head up, she can see that her other midfielder is making a run inside. Our striker is showing for the ball if she wants to play it on her far foot. And if our attacking midfielder or wide midfielder is a little bit higher, can she sneak in behind and get a diagonal to go to goal? So all things to look at before the play kind of breaks down a little bit more. Again, a little static of what just happened in that previous clip. So we did a great job playing out from a free kick. We started in zone 2, played through zone 3 on the outside, ended up in zone 4. We had a lot of support and movement off the ball. Our wide midfielder did a great job staying involved in the play after she played it into the midfielder to then get the ball around and behind the back 4. I guess we'll just focus on the wide midfielder, striker, and attacking midfielder on this next clip. So you can see that, we had just delivered the ball in and we only have one person really in the box making a run towards the ball. Obviously, I'd love to have 3 in the box anytime we're delivering from wide areas. So, plenty of time for our wide midfielder to get in, for our attacking mid to kind of box out here. But you can see it's a 3v1 situation. She had drawn 2 defenders and there's only one in the box. So that gives us a really good odd of getting on the end of a cross to tap into the goal. So questions to kind of ask yourself, can we deliver quality balls into the box, and are we dangerous in areas inside the box? So Do we have three in the box? Can we get it on the end of it? And what type of ball would be most effective? So for our wide midfielder, we'll just kind of talk about delivery. Um, Obviously, we were in a really good position to have a goal scoring opportunity. Um, if she continued to drive end line, I think that she could have had a better chance of cutting the ball back and away from the goalkeeper. It's something that we train in practice. So, getting her head up early and seeing the space and seeing where the defender is. Obviously, she might have saw our striker, who was the lone person in the box, which is why this ball was the one that she chose. But just continuing her run and going with speed. For our striker, wide midfielder, and our attacking mid, they have to get into the box a little bit sooner. I want to see a change of pace. Obviously, they're not marked right now, but against stronger teams, I think that losing your defender in the box to get on the end of a ball is something that they'll have to learn and kind of perfect, and communicate where they're going to run. So obviously we don't want them running straight on straight lines. We want to see some interchanging and ways to lose defenders, right? So we've gotten in behind, but how do we create goal scoring opportunities? And that brings us to our box organization. So just a simple diagram of what the runs could have looked like. Where they go is it's never set in stone, but I definitely want to see them timing their runs to meet the ball. Their body position when they go into the box is very important for them to redirect the ball into the goal. So that is something that I think these players can work on, and it just helps us create good opportunities to score. Moving on to clip 3. So here we are in our zone 1. We play out really quickly and look to play forward right away. As you can see, it was 3 passes and we're already in the, we're already in zone 3. So really good attacking transition by my girls here. Down here, you can see how many passing triangles they had created. So that just, their organization and set right off the go is pretty good. Our center mid was able to take a smooth touch and open up and play forward right away. Our wide midfielder recognized that our center mid had the time to turn and open up, and made a really great run in behind. So that all that looked really good for us. We did get stuck here, and the other team made really great recovery runs, and that is where our striker kind of stepped on it and decided, yeah, there's no room to go forward, so let's bring it back. Really proud of them for keeping possession and switching the ball to try to play up again. We had a lot of support to play through, and we had a lot of numbers up very quickly. So that is also very positive. Where it broke down, let's see. So our static, again, they played out. They had 3 passes and we're already in the other end. Our attacking organization to outnumber the players on the wide areas was awesome. And when it wasn't on, we looked to keep it and swing it around. So right here, you can kind of see this is the first attack we had when we played up. We have our wide midfielder who got on the ball, and she is right now 1v1 with their defender. I'd say like my first option, because he has no support, he's pretty isolated, there's no one kind of close to him. I really encourage my players to go 1v1 and drive at the defender with speed. Obviously, if she cuts in, she's straight away to goal. And I have confidence that she can do it. Another another option for her is to play a slip ball through in between the space of the goalkeeper and the center back, so kind of around the 18-yard box for our striker to run into. This ball is a little bit harder. It relies on weight of the pass, and if she's going full speed, it gets a little bit harder. But again, that space is there if she decides that she does not want to go 1v1 rather than going backwards. Striker option. Yep, same thing. She can still make the run in behind and get that ball down the middle, or she can make an overlapping run and look to overload this defender and kind of play a 2v1 in the case that the defender engages the wide midfielder. She can slip a ball through, and our striker can then cut in to go to goal, or cut it back for our wide midfielder and attacking midfielder who are sprinting so fast that they are blurred into the box. So lots of options here. It's great that we countered really quick, but how can we take advantage of this 1, 2, 3v2 situation here and get to goal? So here we are. We have decided we cannot go forward and we had to play back. So our striker stepped on it, turned it around, sent it back to our center midfielder, who then played it out to our fullback, who played it forward and then played it back, and it was lost. But what do we do after the switch? And can we draw out the opponent again to occupy dangerous spaces in behind? So we see the switches happening. Right here, her body position says, yep, there's only 2 chances. It's either going back or it's going outside. Can our wide midfielder open up the space for us and kind of give us some width? She's either going to drag her defender out with her, or she's going to get the ball in space. Can our right fullback kind of gain this space here? There's nobody here. If she's in this space, she has more chances to find passing channels or play dangerous balls in. But back here, she's kind of too far to engage anyone. And the striker here that played it back, can she shift? Yes, but also gain some depth for us and switch on to the highest defender. It gives our midfielders the room to work in between lines if she can create some depth for us. So just some things to look for after the switch, but really they did a really great job in keeping the ball if they felt that they couldn't go forward. So other teams did a really great job recovering. I don't know if you saw in a few slides back, they had 7 players back and it was evenly matched 7v7. So it was good that we decided to keep the ball. So in conclusion, our overall theme relating to our game model is, our attacking organization and how can we score goals. I've seen enormous progression over the months with my girls, and we just can't seem to get into dangerous goal scoring scenarios. We had from the clips that I've clipped, there are not any chances or shots on goals, and that kind of seems to be the theme of our games. They're quite low scoring games, so we combine and move at the pitch very well, but we just kind of miss out on the final pass, the penetrating run, and kind of the urgency to go to goal. That last clip is kind of an example of us, having the opportunity, but then deciding to pull back and possess the ball, which is great. But yes, we possess to score. So how can we create good chances to score? I'm hoping my training model can bridge that gap